Here we are, chat. Hello. I hope everyone's doing quite well. I am back for a little bit of time. I'll be streaming today and most likely tomorrow. And then by doing so, I will be then leaving for Evo. If you see me at Evo, please say hello and howdy. If you do not, eat shit. So, some of you have actually already been getting your sweet 6-pack brand new jug, flavor, and desk mat. And some of you have been you know, snagging it pretty recently. Others who got the fancy, all three of them, were promised a signed little postcard by yours truly for your thing. I am here to do exactly that. So I am here to start signing postcards for you all in the meantime, because that is, you know, cool as shit. My ass do actually be signing. And so I thought we would go ahead and do a little bit of signing stuff while we're here and talking and chatting, because that is a really good idea to, you know, spend some time, chat a little bit, have a nice little day where we spend, you know, where we just kind of go through all of our stuff. And then in between some signing, if my hands get tired and all that, we can go ahead and like start opening up some magic packs, you know? We do still get the ding-a-ling. So you guys hear the ding-a-ling. So you can still hear that? My ding-a-ling, my ding-ding-dong. Ooh, you touch my tra-la-la. You know what was kind of funny? The touch my tra-la-la thing, that song, I can only ever remember it from like an old little YouTube video back in the day called Stick Figures on Crack. And that was like the thing I watched the most ever. God, it's so, I feel so old doing that. Were you also a stickpage.com enjoyer? Dude, okay, I gotta be honest. Stickpage.com was a weird site. I used it a ton. All the goddamn time. Also, Chunky Noodle Soup, thanks for the resub. I used that site all the goddamn time. And doing that, like, how do I say this? It was a great site. It had lots of good games, it had lots of good stuff, but I must admit, half of the things that you played on that site were like torture and murder stick figures in horrible ways. Those were like half of the things that were on that site. My favorite part about signing people's stuff is that I'll be able to just like make my little brick guy all kinds of ways. We should make some like angry ones. Here. Smudge. Dude, it's a rare pull. It's a rare pull. You're so right. Wait, hold on. We gotta make these rare. Wait, hold on. I got an idea. I'm using my foot to grab this. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Got it. All right. The rare go. Okay, that one wasn't very good. Sorry. Okay, this thing is out of ink. All right. Are you ready for the one-of-one pull, chat? Are you ready for the one-on-one pull? The one-of-one. The one-of-one pull. That we'll see who gets it on the for the stuff. So let's talk about the magic packs we're opening up. In this particular situation, no, Wizards of the Coast did not send me any product. This actually came for myself and only for myself. I actually picked these up from the shout out to the Irvine Spectrum game chess store that my aunt is a part of, and she hooked me up because she's fucking awesome. She sold 1, 2, and the big play booster, regular play booster slot here at the store. Great store, great people. Irvine Spectrum is also just a really cool mall. It's very big, has a Ferris wheel in it. It's fucking ritzy as hell, but it's really cool. And they were, I don't know what people are selling these for now, because I know that they don't sell them at MSRP very much because of, you know, the Pokemon crowd got into Magic and ruined everything. I'm sorry, Pokemon players, but it's kind of your fault. She sold me these for $300 a pop, which is, as far as I'm aware, not too bad. Apparently, they're going for quite a decent amount more lately. So, I don't know. That's like 100 off market. Hell yeah. Okay, I think, is it 250 that's MSRP? And so this would be like 400 or whatever. Yeah, that's cheap. I'm never touching this hobby. No. So, okay, so Casually Bree, this is a collector booster box. These include like the really fucking fancy stuff. And because it's really fucking fancy, they cost more money. It's like rares and foils or whatever they call it. If you want to get like actual just decks and stuff, it's actually not very expensive to play Magic. The problem is that when you play Magic, you never are okay with just one deck. That's the problem with Magic. Is it's not like, if you want to be like, I want to get myself a nice deck or a pre-con, it's actually not too bad. But you'll never get one deck, man. You'll play one deck and be like, what if I could make it better in this way? And then you get screwed over. There is a new, I'm trying to make a new deck recently. I've found out that I'm quite the politics Andy. I really like goad. I like when people have a lot of decisions. So I got a few cards here because I want to run a Nelly Borka Impulsive Accuser deck, which is a Boros deck. And so this one is gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature, it gains haste until the end of turn, which is super fun. Sacred Fire is just some extra health and life with a flashback, which is nice. And then I like Angel Fire Ignition because you can add, it says put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. It gains Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible, and Haste until the end of turn. I find that one fun because, one, it's very good to keep Nelly Borka alive, but also I realize as a sorcery, I could goad an enemy target creature and then use this and be like, you know what? You've been nice to me. Here you go. Trample the fuck out of your friend. I really like goad. It's a very fun mechanic. The other deck I want to run is actually a Gaudy deck, or is it Gaunty? Which one's Jeff Bridges? Nope. Jeff Goldblum? Nope. Johnny Depp. Which one's Johnny Depp and which? It's Gaunty. Thank you. Target opponent. So this is a little bit rude, but like I was kind of looking at this and I was thinking, okay, well you have a nice like either insta-kill or token board wipe, and then you've also got like force someone to discard a card, force someone to discard 2 cards, and then an instant death touch and draw a card. They're pretty rude, if I'm gonna be honest. I feel like cards that make people discard cards are really, really rude, but it's even funnier if I make someone discard cards and then take their cards from them and then play them against them. It's very goofy to me. I won't make a lot of friends that way, but it's pretty good. Let's go ahead and start us off light. I have an Innistrad pack here that I'm kind of curious to open, so I'm gonna do that just for the hell of it to kind of start us off fun. What we got here? Nice, very good. An immediate duress. Love that. What we got here? Might of the Old Ways. Crossroads Candle Guide. Flip the Switch. Behemoth. Cavalry. Effigy. Eaten Alive. Sungold Barrage. Yo, Bird Admirer. Vivisection. Whatever that is. Oh, God. Storm Skrillex. Instant sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Oh, God, and it's an Is It card? Oof, I'm going to keep that. This is going to go insanely hard in my Gearson Starn deck. Put you over there. All right. Shall we? Ugh. Let's do it. So, chat, I should not have to explain to you how much I like space. How much I enjoy space in general. Just the vision of it all. Just the visual. I actually had my buddy hand me one of these earlier because he pulled it and I really wanted it. Like, oh. Look at that, dude. I'm a very, I'm a huge basic land Andy. I love basic lands. It's one of my favorite things. And, I'm so happy about this set because it looks fantastic. Genuinely fantastic. So we got Drone. Flying token can block only creatures with flying. What is this? Robot! 2/2 artifact creature. Damn, that robot kind of sexy, though, don't you think? Holy. Alright, let's see what we got here. Banishing... I don't actually know what the cards in this set do. So I'm actually learning as we go. When this enchantment enters, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until... Oh, okay, so it's one of those, like, lock and key enchantments. Okay, pretty cool, pretty cool. Fungal Colossus. The spell costs X less to cast, where X is the number of differently named lands you control. 6 set in with 1 green, 5/5. All right. Banishing is a reprint. Oh, is it? Is there a way if you know things are a reprint or not? It's fine. Cloud Sculpt Technician. Flying. As long as you control an artifact, this creature gets +1/+0. All right. I mean, 1/4. What is this? Beam Saw Prospector. When this creature dies, create a lander token. It's an artifact with 2 sacrifice this token. Search your library for a basic land card, put on the battlefield, and tap the shovel. Oh, wow. Wait, that's actually like a pretty good token. Lander token? Well, I guess it costs 2. But it's also like, that's huge utility. That's great ramp. And there's lots of ways to increase your tokens. Dark Endurance. That's a cool looking card. The spell costs 1 less to cast if it targets a blocking creature. Target creature gets +2/0 and gains indestructible until end of turn. Wow. Wait, wow. So basically a 1 black mana for indestructible and +2 if you're blocking? That's pretty good. Systems Override. Gain control of target artifact or creature until end of turn. Untap that permanent. It gains haste until end of turn. If it's a spacecraft, put 10 charge counters on it. If you do, remove 10 charge counters from the beginning of your next end step. Honestly, that's actually pretty good for like in a goad deck because it's another steal a thing. And if it's it's artifact or creature too. I love stealing stuff. I'm keeping this one. I'm putting this one in my Nelly Borka. Rayblade Trooper. When this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Whenever a non-token creature you control with a +1/+1 counter dies, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Huh. Who are you? Halea Ascendant Cadet. Commander, 5 cost, green, white. Whenever she enters or attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Whenever one or more creatures you control +1/+1 counters deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Wait, that sounds very good. I mean, card draw and lots of +1/+1 counters, I guess? I mean, maybe 5 mana is a bit expensive, but I'm not sure. Annul. Counter target artifact or enchantment spell. It's a 1 mana counter spell for artifacts or enchantments. That's, man, can you imagine bringing in like a 7 cost fucking spaceship and someone just being like Lamau? I don't know how many things are reprints, so I'm not. Oh, Swamp! Oh god, alright. Get out of the goddamn breeding pool. As this land enters, you may pay 2 life if you don't enter tapped. Ooh, Glittering Massive? This land enters tapped, cycling to... Ooh. Hell yeah. Memorial Vault. Artifact. Sacrifice another artifact. Exile the top X cards of your library will access the 1 plus the mana value of the sacrifice artifact. You may play those cards this turn. Is that good? Because I feel like you won't have any mana to do so. Oh, maybe. Oh, shit. That's pretty. Ink Moth Nexus. Add colorless mana. This land becomes a 1/1 Phyrexian Blink Moth artifact creature with flying and infect until end of turn. It's still a land. Dude, that rules. Oh, is that a piss box? Oh shit. Okay, I gotta get my piss box. One moment. I gotta get my piss box. Okay, sorry, chat. I mean, I did want to separate the piss box with all the Final Fantasy cards and the non-piss box, so I'm going to be using a different color box. I'm going to be using the blood box.
Blue dip is blood in the box!
The blood box. Ooh, this card looks cool too. Space-Time Anomaly. Target player mills cards equal to your life total. That's funny. My life total, huh? All right, what do we got here? Biosynthetic Burst. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It gains reach, trample, and indestructible until end of turn. Untap it. Wow. Am I crazy or does that sound really good? Hole Carver. 1 cost, 1/1 death touch. Love it. Beautiful. Perfect. Don't need anything else past that. Grav Kill. Exile target creature or spacecraft. I mean, it's a 4 cost, so it's a little strong. It's a little costy, but the art is amazing. Absolutely incredible. Got another Dark Endurance, so I'll just put that together with the rest of those. Melded Moxite. When this artifact enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. Sacrifice this artifact, create a 2/2 colors robot token. What the hell is this? The Hyper Blade. Equipped creature gets +3/+1. At the beginning of your end step, if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn or a spell was warped this turn, attach this equipment to a target creature you control. Oh, interesting. So it has a really high equip cost at 4, but you can get around that because it only costs 1 to arrive. Oh, okay. Scrounge for Eternity. Additional cost of the spell or sacrifice an artifact or creature. Return target creature or spacecraft card with mana value 5 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then create a lander token? That's only a 3 cost, man. All I gotta do is sack a creature? I'm playing black. What do you mean? Ilvoy Infiltrator. This creature can be blocked. Jellyfish Rogue. If you have cast 2 or more spells this turn, whenever this creature deals combat damage, draw a card. Yeah, that's fun. Ooh. Fancy Island. Fancy Island. Oh. I got the commander guy. Momentum, the right hand. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast artifact spells on the top of your library. Artifacts you control have add blue. Spend that mana to cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand. Yeah, dude, it's Momentum. Long range sensor. Whenever you attack a player, put a charge counter on this artifact, remove 2 charge counters. Discovery 4. Activate only as a sorcery. What is Discovery 4? Cast the spell or add it to hand. Okay. We've got weapons manufacturing. Whenever a non-token artifact you control enters, create a colorless artifact token named Munitions with this. When this token leaves the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to any targets. What the hell is this? Shambling Vent. Look at that art, dude. Land. This land enters tapped. Add white or black. Until end of turn, this land becomes a 2/3 white and black elemental creature with lifelink. It's still a land. Is this a blood box? I'm putting it in blood box. Sunset Saboteur. Menace, word discover a card. Whenever this creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature an opponent controls. An opponent controls? Oh, he's a 4/1 2 cost. Wait a minute. Oh, no. My Go deck is in my Go deck is in Boros. Damn, that would've been so funny. I don't know what Ouija board. I don't know what history means. But I play Commander. I only pretty much play Commander because I build my decks for Commander and I like the format the most because I think it's very fun. I think politics and playing stuff with friends is my favorite part of this game. And so Standard just doesn't really do it for me. Intrepid Tenderfoot. Put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Activate only as a sorcery. 3 mana. What the hell? A 2-coster? Depressurize. Target creature gets -3/-0 until end of turn. Then if that creature's power is 0 or less, destroy it. Ah, so it's kind of doing both sides of things. Mental Modulation. This spell costs 1 less to cast during your turn. Tap target artifact or creature, draw a card. They just be giving card draw to blue for no reason. Gravpack Monoist. Flying, when this creature dies, create a tapped 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. Alright. What? Oh, okay, this is cool. Target Trajectory. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn void. The creature gets -10/-10 until end of turn instead if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn and was warped. Full Bore. Target creature you control gets +3/+2 until end of turn. If that creature was cast for its warp cost, it also gains trample and haste. That's funny. I'm putting that in my Boros. Seam Rip. And I jizzed it. No, that's the wrong one. And I rip my pants. The SpongeBob. When this enchantment enters, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls mana value 2 or less. Oh, so it's like that other card that we did, but like but not as good. Steel Swarm Operator. Spend this mana only to cast an artifact spell. Spend this mana only to activate abilities of artifact sources. That's just a little bit of ramp and stuff. Yo, look at that planes. It's all like bubbly. It's got like little bubbly foils. That's so sick. Zoo Ifit. Osteoharmonist. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's a skeleton in addition to all other types and has no abilities. Activate only as a sorcery. Just, oh my god, what's that like Spider-Man thing where it's like, you could have been doing, like, you could have been using your technology to cure cancer. I don't want to kill cancer. I want to make people into dinosaurs. We've got Midnight Harmonizer. Whenever a land you control enters, double the power of this target creature. Warp. Wow, okay, I mean a 4/4 with landfall. It's kind of neat. It's pretty sick, actually, yeah. That would be pretty good in, like, Tifa. I mean, I think I would be pretty good in Tifa, but, you know. Viva Italiano. Cathedral of War. This land enters tapped. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, the creature gets +1/+1 to the end of turn. Add colorless mana. Ooh, this is pretty. Sacred Foundry. Land, mountain plains. If this land, oh, it's a shock land. It's a Boros shock land. Oh yeah, I'm actually gonna keep this one for myself. Hell yeah. Okay, chat seems to be going pretty good on that. Yeah, that one's for my Boros deck, 100%. That one's gonna go in my Nelly Borka deck. The only reason I'm putting things in the piss box is just to keep them safe. A lot of these other cards are cool, but like I want to keep the cards that I want to use safe. All right, before we actually start signing more stuff, I'm gonna do one regular play booster. I still kind of want to read some of the cool cards that we can get from this. As another Hull Carver, another Mental Manipulation. Oh god, I love this art. The creature enters a +1/+1 counter on each other creature and or artifact you control. That's cool. Diplomatic Relations. Target creature gets +1/0 and gains vigilance until end of turn. It deals damage equal to its power to target creature and opponent controls. Ooh, fun fighting. Whenever another artifact you control enters, you may pay 1. If you do, put a +1 on this creature. Oh, okay. Pretty cool. When this creature enters, tap target artifact or creature an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. Mecha, huh. Station Monitor. Whenever you cast your second spell's turn, create a 1/1 colorless drone artifact. Reroute Systems. Choose one. Target artifact or creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Damage and effects that say destroy, don't destroy it, or yeah. Deals 2 damage to target tapped creature. Whenever, ooh, landfall. Whenever something enters, you gain 1 life. Yay! Whenever this creature or another creature or artifact you control dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That is going in my Aristocrats deck. Yo, is that a lobster man? Artifacts you control are foods, in addition to other types, and have sacrifice for gain 3 life. Sacrifice a food, Ragos deals 3 damage to each opponent. At the beginning of each end step, if you gain life this turn, untap Ragos. It's like a little lobster guy. Dude, he's like a shrimp man. Magic the Brickening, you know it. Divert Disaster. Counter target spell until the controller pays 2. If they do, you create a land or token. Huh! That's kind of fun, actually. Swamp. Bricky, would you consider multi-streaming to kick as well? Absolutely fucking not. I will not. It's already difficult enough managing 2 chats, and I'm going to have to get the gambling addicts on my chat as well. Not interested. Also, and I'll just be honest about this one. Have you seen the people who watch Kick? They aren't sending their best, man. Bricky, pull a Galaxy Foil Godless Shrine, please. Galaxy Foil Godless, you said Godless Shrine? It won't be in this one, but it will be in the next one. Alright, let's check it out. Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them sooner or later. Ugh. Insects all over the shop. Oh, I'm sorry. Zealous Display. Creatures you control get +2 until end of turn. If it is not your turn, untap those creatures. Ooh, if it's not your turn, it's pretty sick. Ooh, we got a spaceship! The Worm Whale Sweeper. When this spacecraft enters, surveil 2. Tap another creature you control. Oh, yeah, no, station. Grav Blade Heavy. As long as you control an artifact, this creature gets +1. It has Death Touch. Okay, kind of neat there. Molecular Modifier. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains first strike until the end of turn. I mean, that's pretty good, actually. Pulsar Squadron Ace. When this creature enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a spacecraft from among a hand, put the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. If you didn't put a card in your hand this way, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Brood Guard Elite. Or like Breed Guard Elite. Look at them chompers. This creature I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. With X +1/+1 counters on it, when this creature leaves the battlefield, put its counters on target creature you control. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Hey, what's up, Cracker? I can't say that, like, actually, but you know what I mean. Thank you for the 63-month resub. What's up? Pleasure having you back. Thank you. Oh, look at that mountain. Holy. God, I love the basic lands in this set. They're so good. Singularity Rapture. Destroy all creatures, then any number of target players each mill half their library rounded down. Huh. Half their library? Okay, this is cool. Depth Shaker Titan. This creature enters any number of target non-creature artifacts you control become 3/3 artifact creature. Sacrifice them at the beginning of your next end step. Each artifact creature that you control has melee, trample, and haste. That's so fucking funny. So if you have like a full artifact build, you just put this thing in here and you're like, the robots come alive! And they all beat the shit out of you. That's so sick. Oh, that's pretty. Beyond the Quiet. Exile all creatures and spacecraft. Still not as good as Farewell. But Farewell, okay, why is Farewell not a game changer? Farewell needs to be a game changer. Mana Confluence. Pay 1 life, add 1 mana of any color. That's pretty cool looking. It's not foil or nothing, but it is really cool. Are you sure, chat? It's not like a foil or nothing, though. Are we really putting this one in the blood box? Really? Alright, I'll put it in the box. I'll put it in the blood box. If you say so, chat. Also, we got Seer Von Dam, Sunstar Exemplar. Orzhov, 2/2, Vigilance Menace. Whenever another creature you control dies or is put into exile with a +1/+1 counter and you gain 1 life. When Seer dies or is put into exile, while its power is 4 or greater, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. That's pretty cool, actually. I think I'm going to put that on my Orzhov deck. So what was the card I promised would be in this next one? Godless Shrine Galaxy Foil is what you said, huh? White-black Shockland? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I got this rolling. All right. Rig for War. Target creature gets +3/+0 and gains first strike and reach until the end of turn. There's the Lux Knight Breacher again. Decode Transmissions. You draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. If a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn and the spell was warped this turn, instead you draw 2 cards and each opponent loses 2 life. Self-Craft Mechan. Creature enters, you may sacrifice an artifact. When you do, put a +1/+1 in and draw a card. What is this? Thaumaton Torpedo. Sacrifice this artifact. Destroy a target non-land permanent. This ability costs 3 less to activate if you attack with a spacecraft this turn. Okay, so it's like a kill. It's a kill shot. Tractor Beam. Enchant creature or spacecraft. When this aura enters, tap enchanted permanent. You control enchanted permanent. Oh, enchanted permanent doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. I do love stealing, but this is a blue steal, so it's not as fun. Survey Mechan. Flying hexproof. This creature cannot be the target. Oh, right, of course. 10 mana. Sacrifice this creature. It deals 3 damage to any target. Target player draws 3 cards and gains 3 life. This ability costs X less to activate, where X is the number of differently named lands you control. Okay. That actually seems kind of neat. A 6-cost Dawnstrike Vanguard. Lifelink at the beginning of your end step. If you control 2 or more tapped creatures, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control other than this creature. Holy hell! Okay. That's quite good. Never seen that card before. Tapestry Warden. Vigilance. Each creature you control with toughness greater than its power assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. Okay, so kind of it flip-flops to whatever is the stronger option, basically. We got an island again. God, it's so pretty. God, it's so nice. I love it so much. We have Devastating Onslaught. Create X tokens that are copies of target artifact or creature you control. Those tokens gain haste until the end of turn. Sacrifice them at the beginning of your next end step. How can I abuse this with ETB cards? How can I abuse this? Oh, what is this? Hearth Hull, the World Seed. Spacecraft. Station. Sacrifice a land, draw 2 cards. You may play an additional land this turn. Ooh. Flying Vigilance Haste. Whenever you sacrifice a land, each opponent loses 2 life. Huh. Cool-ass card, man. Frenzied Baloth. The spell can't be countered. Trample Haste. Creature spells you control can't be countered. Combat damage cannot be prevented. That's so funny. It's just like a fuck you, we're playing my world now. Well, this next card I got is a Galaxy Foil. Blink Moth Nexus. Add 1 mana. This land becomes a 1/1 Blink Moth artifact creature with flying until the end of turn. Target Blink Moth creature is +1/+1 until end of turn. Link Moth Nexus. God, that's pretty. $200 minimum? Really? Okay, in the box it goes. Then we also got Consult the Star Charts. Look at the top X cards of your library, X the number of the lands you control, but one of those cards from your hand and supposed to keep 2 of the rest of your hand. I don't play blue, so I don't really know enough about blue. A lot of people hate blue because of blue's control power, but if I'm going to be perfectly honest, if Magic the Gathering did not have blue, Magic would be such a worse game. You need someone to be able to stop someone from running away with Solitaire. Oh, hey, it's a Sliver. Creepy little fucker. Squire! Squire's Lightblade. When this equipment enters attached to a creature you control, that creature gains first strike until the end of turn. They get +1/+0, equip 3. Oh, it's also got Flash. The Comet Crawler. Lifelink. When this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature artifact. It gets +2 until end of turn. Caveron Turbodrome. Target creature you control gets +1/+1, gains haste until the end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. That is going in my goad deck. More haste is lovely. Yo, it's the Corgo! The Chrome Companion! Whenever this creature becomes tapped, you gain 1 life. Put target card from a graveyard at the bottom of its owner's library. Huh. Sammy. Ship's Engineer. Boros. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more tapped creatures, create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact token. Might be kind of fun if we want to make my Go deck a little bit more aggressive. Dubious Delicacy. This artifact enters up to 1 target creature gets -3/-3 until the turn. Sacrifice artifact, gain 3 life. Sacrifice artifact, target opponent loses 3 life. Pull through the Weft. Return up to 2 target non-land permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. Then return up to 2 target land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. I guess that's pretty good. It's a 5 cost, but why would my lands be in the graveyard? Maybe if I like a mill deck of sorts? Planes! Oh, it's so pretty. Halia, Guided by Light. 3 cost white. Or another creature artifact you control enters, you gain 1 life. Beginning of your end step, if you draw a card, you gain 3 or more life this turn. Ooh, I like that. I actually might, I was considering running that like a Celestine deck. Baloth Prime. When this creature enters, tap with 6 stun counters. Whenever you sacrifice a land, create a tapped 4/4 green beast creature. 4 cost sacrifice land, you gain 2 life. Big boy. Oh, huh. There's another Halia, but it's the borderless. This has got foil. This is borderless. Echoing Deeps. You may have this land enter tapped as a copy of any land card in a graveyard, except it's a cave in addition to other types. I'm sorry, everyone. The cool land that I was hoping for is not in this deck. Just like Hatsune Miku. Starfield Vocalist, creature human barb. If a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control a trigger, the ability enters in triggers an additional time. Just like Hatsune Miku or something. Waifu alt art? Holy Blood Box? Really? Oh, okay. Is that fracture foil? I don't know what that means. I think it's just foil. I saw someone, I think it was a Mauled Hound video I watched, and someone made a Savathun Destiny card, and dude, it ripped. It was one of the coolest custom cards I have seen. It was, what was it? I think she was, I forget what the cost she was. I think she was green-black, and I think, and she was 3/4. And her ability was 2 truths and a lie. And she's flying. And it's like when Savathun deals combat damage to an opponent player, exile the top 3 cards of their deck. You may show 2 cards to that opponent, and your opponent must decide if they will let you play those 2 cards and spend mana of any color to do so, or play the third face down card for no cost. It's really cool. It's really fucking good. Because it's like, oh, here are 2 of your cards I'm showing you. If you end up using those, you know, I've spent mana for it, but I get to use them. Or the secret card you don't know I stole from you, but I cost 0. And so it's like a bait. It's so sick. I made that custom card. Did you? Nat? Is that Nat Jack 9226? Really? Yo, that was like one of the coolest cards I've ever seen. I love player interaction like that. If I had to argue what my favorite card in this whole game is, it's probably the red card Prisoner's Dilemma. So, a small world, but that one also is absolutely sick as hell. Absolutely sick as hell. Amazing design, my friend. Great work. It's funny though, everyone betrays in my experience. I know. Well, that's the fun part is that I love to do Prisoner's Dilemma because then I can find like one of those red cards that lets me duplicate a spell. And then be like, haha, ha 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 ha. Fungal Colossus, another one of those. Squire's Nightblade. Gene Pollinator. Tap an untapped permanent you control, add a mana of any color. Ooh. Nice ramp. Corpse Starch. Nutrient Block. Indestructible. Sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life. When this artifact is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. Wait, can you sacrifice indestructible things, chat? Because it's not damage? Or is it just forever alive? Oh, you can still. Okay. It's sack, not destroy. Okay, making sure. Ooh, what is this? Hard Light Containment. Enchant creature you control. When this aura enters, exile target creature and opponent controls, so this aura leaves the battlefield. Enchant permanent has ward 1. Artifact you control. Huh. Interesting. Patrolling Peacemaker. This creature enters with 2+1/+1 counters on it. Whenever an opponent commits a crime, proliferate. Wait, that's good. Wait, that's really good. Because isn't a crime just targeting anything with anything? Well, what your opponent has? Dude, that's insane. I'm keeping this. Starfield Vocalist. Wait, is this what I just got earlier? But like wait. Oh yeah, it is. This is the normal version of it. How funny. Ooh. Raging Ravine. This land enters tapped. Add red or green. Until end of turn, this land becomes a 3/3 red and green elemental creature with whenever this creature attacks with +1/+1 counter on it, it's still a land. Ooh, creepy, dude. That's sick. Dude, it is the Dark Bramble from Outer Wilds. You're so right. Oh, hey, look at that. A foil full art breeding pool. Huh. Yeah, that's going in the box, no doubt. That's going in the box. More art. Ooh, it's got like a signature on it too. Hell yeah. Yo! Whale. Mecha Shieldmate. As long as this artifact entered the battlefield under your control this turn, this creature can attack as though it didn't have a defender. Ah, okay. Exosuit Savior. This creature enters, return up to 1 target permanent you control to its owner's hand. Huh. Beam Saw Prospector. The creature dies, create a lander token. Love that. Caveron Harrier. Whenever this creature attacks, you may pay 2. If you do, create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token, tap and attacking, sacrifice at the end of combat. Makes sense. Lash Whip Predator. This spell costs 2 less to cast if your opponent controls 3 or more creatures. Reach. Oh, wow. Wait, 3 creatures is like not that many. A 3 cost 5/7 with reach is kind of nutty. That's a very good card. Lightless Evangel. Whenever you sacrifice another creature or artifact, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. That's going in the Aristocrat deck. All Fates Stalker. Get out of here, Stalker. This creature enters, exile up to 1 target non-assassin creature that leaves the battlefield. Lots of like containment spells in this, isn't there? Ooh! Galaxy Foil Forest. God damn. God damn. Pain for All. Enchant creature you control. When this aura enters, enchanted creature deals damage equal to its power to any other target. When enchanted creature is dealt damage, deals how much damage to each opponent. Can I just use this with like that big ship, the Dawn Singer, and just like kill everyone by blasting it with 100 damage or something? That sounds like a really good card. Moxite Refinery. Remove X counters from an artifact or creature you control. Choose one activate its sorcery. Put X charge counters on target artifact. Put X +1/+1 counters on target creature. That seems pretty good.
Miss Laloft rated.
Hey, what's up, Lala? How you doing? Good to see you here. Hello, hello. Greaser Gremlin raid. Hello, you greasers and you gremliners. How you doing? Hello, hello, raiders. How goes the polls? Oh, you know, don't you worry, Lala. The polls have been mediocre at best. I wouldn't ever get anything particularly useful in this world. No, no, no. That'd be ridiculous. That'd be insane. No, I pulled this a while ago. I pulled this when I got the Final Fantasy set. We're doing Edge of Eternities today. I have to flex it because it's just really funny. Echoing Deeps. Land Cave. You may have this land enter as a copy of any other land in a graveyard, except it's a something in addition to its other types. I'm assuming that's cave. Despite the fact that there's shit covering it. Oh, this is crazy. Zuifit Osteoharmonist. We got the foil version of her now. Look at that. What a great piece of art, man. God damn. I don't think this zoo is a box thing, but it's pretty sick. She looks like a goddamn Bene Gesserit. Me getting ready to film a fucking Dune porn parody. We're gonna go Muad Deep in this Bene Gesserit. I feel like Muad'Dib was bad, but Bene Gesserit was okay. So we'll see if we're gonna get pluses or minuses on this one. We only got minuses. Holy fuck. Okay, never mind. All right, chat. We're gonna go ahead and open a booster right now. A regular booster. See if we get anything particularly neat. Self-craft mechan. We already got one of those. Flight deck coordinator. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more tapped creatures, you gain 2 life. Oh, that's pretty good actually. Drix Fake Maker. Another one of those melted moxides. Another comet crawler. Sinister Cryologist. Dockworker drone. This creature enters with a +1/+1 counter on. When this creature dies, put its counters on target creature you control. Oh. Territorial Brunter. Review land you control, exile top until you exile an online card. You may cast that card this turn. Huh. Interesting. Virulent Silencer. Whenever a non-token creature you control deals combat damage to a player, that player gets 2 poison counters. Oh my god. That's wild. Siege Ship Impact. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. If a mana value is 2 less, create a lander token. Ooh, a ship. Draw 2 cards and discard a card. Neat. Emissary. Escort. +X+O, where X is the greatest mana value among other artifacts you control. Biomechan Engineer. Create a lander token. More landers. And then the forest. One more collector booster. And then we're going to continue signing some more papers. Night Luminary. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Oh, but it's got warp. So I could warp it, create a 1/1, and then exile it, and then cast it again for another 1/1 later. That's kind of cool, actually. Also, hey, Poyo, thanks for the resub. Oh, I missed you too, Shoddy. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It gains reach, trample, and... Oh, I already have biosynthetic, yeah. Thanks, chat. You can actually buy this weapons playmat. It's currently available on the store. We got... What is this? Entropic Battle Cruiser. Operational. Greetings, command. Engage. Will do. Whenever an opponent discards a card, they lose 3 life. Oh. Whenever this spacecraft attacks, each opponent discards a card. Each opponent who can't loses 3 life. That's going in the Gonti deck. Exploration Brood Ship. It's like the cum ship. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Oh, hell yeah. Wait, it's only cost 3 to station this with a 1 cost green? Once during each of your turns, you may cast a permanent spell from your graveyard by sacrificing a land in addition to paying its other costs. Holy. Please don't put Bricky in the breed ship. Pinnacle Star Cage. When this artifact enters, exile all artifacts and creatures with mana value 2 or less until this artifact leaves the battlefield. Put each card exile with this artifact into its owner's graveyard, then create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact for each one. Oh, that's pretty good. Ancient Tomb. Add 2 mana. This land deals 2 damage to you. Huh. Seems pretty good. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, okay, it's going in the box. It's going in the box. It's going in the box. Good God. Bioengineered Future. When this enchantment enters, create a lander token. Each creature you control enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it for each land that entered the battlefield under your control this turn. Huh. Pretty good. Is Ancient Tomb the best card we could possibly pull in this set? In terms of finances, of course. I mean, that looks like it's just a good card in general that I'll probably just put in my deck in general. Yeah? Okay. I mean, 2 mana for a singular land at the cost of only 2 life feels like a steal. Also, it's colorless mana, so in a sense I could put it in anything, couldn't I? Okay, I said I was gonna only do 1 more, but I'm gonna do 1 more because now I'm a little hyped. Ice Cave Crasher. When a landfall enters, this creature is +1 to the end of the turn. All right. Zealous Display once again. We have another Wormwall Sweeper. Temporal Intervention. The spell costs 2 less to cast with non-land permanent. Oh yeah, the void ability. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Going in the Gonti deck. Plasma Bolt. Deals 2 damage to any target, or void, it's 3 damage. Terra Pact Intimidator. When this creature enters, target opponent may have you create 2 lander tokens. If they don't, put 2 +1/+1 counters on this creature. Why would you ever, in the history of the world, let them make 2 lander tokens? That sounds insane. Sire Von Dam, the Lucent. Death Touch Lifelink. Whenever Sire Von Dam enters or attacks, other creatures you control get +1 and gain Death Touch until end of turn. I mean, it seems good, but it's a little, I don't know. 4/4, a 5 cost seems expensive. The Code Cracker Hound. This creature enters, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put 1 into your hand and the other into your graveyard. All right. I'm edging my rover. When this creature dies, each player creates a lander token. Ooh, that's fun, group hug. Another pretty forest. God, I love these basics. Deandrin Synthesis Amalgam. Green-white trample enters with a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. Whenever you attack, you may remove a +1/+1 counter from each of 2 creatures you control. If you do, draw a card and create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. Wait, really? Yeah, it's X cost, but it's not X cost on the counters. It's actually X +2. Huh. Fascinating. We have Festering Thicket. Tapped black and green. Pretty neat. Yes. Yes, I was wanting this card for a while. Yes. Ouroboros, 4 green. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put X +1/+1 counters on each creature you control, where X is this creature's power. Absolutely insane. Disgusting green card. I would run this probably with like the Magos Lucia Kane or something. Crystal Quarry. Add 1 colorless land, or 5 cost, add 1 of every single color land. Pretty cool. Pretty cool land. Probably pretty good with like Eldrazi, maybe. Oh, hell yes. Lightstall Inquisitor. When this creature enters, each opponent exiles a card from their hand and may play that card for as long as it remains exiled. Each spell cast this way costs 1 more to cast. Each land played this way enters tapped. Solid card. I'm really happy with the art for these cards. I don't know if the art for these are, I don't know if the art for all of these cards, like the artists are available, but I would 100% hire them. I would 1000% find the people who do the art for these cards and try to commission them for some artwork. Non-Magic related, obviously, because I'm sure there's some kind of agreement, but, you know. Can you silent one of the bricks with an angry face for the memes? I already did one of those, but I'll do it again. Why not? We'll have 2 angry faces. Wait, hold on. Hold on a second. The lore accurate Zaza brick. 2 more collector booster boxes. Anything good from the packs? Oh, actually, yeah. Here is what we have in the blood box so far. Pretty good blood box. Ooh, Galaxy Foil Swamp. Let's go, Swamp. Ooh, this looks funny. Terminal Velocity. You may put an artifact or creature card from your hand on the battlefield. That permanent gains haste. When this permanent leaves the battlefield, deals damage equal to its mana value to each creature. And at the beginning of your end step, sacrifice this permanent. Wait, that's sick as hell. I'm keeping that one. The Scouring Swarm. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Whenever you sacrifice a land, create a tapped token that's a copy of this creature if 7 or more land cards are in your graveyard. Otherwise, create a 1/1 black insect creature. Oh, wow, that can get kind of silly quick. Sunstar Chaplain. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more tapped creatures, put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature you control. Very nice. Very nice. Stirring Wildwood. Green, white. Nice. Loading Zone. If 1 or more creatures we put or counters, we put a creature, spacecraft, or planet you control, twice that many of each of those counters are done instead. Holy shit. I'm gonna put that in the Magos Lucia Kane deck. That seems pretty darn good. Holy hell. All right, last of the set, chat. Oh, what the hell is this? Insatiable Skittermaw. The beginning of your end step, no, right. Okay, chat, real quick, does leave the battlefield include killed? Yo, what's up, Skulk? Hell, thanks, man. Dude, I feel so good about this one. I love this one. It does mean kill? Hell yes. Good to know. Frontline War Rager. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more tap creatures, put +1/+1 counter on this creature. Little gribbly dude. Focus Fire. Focus Fire deals X damage to target attacking or blocking creature, where X is 2 plus number of creatures and or spacecraft you control. Ooh, that is going in my Heir Apparent deck. Holy hell. So I'm gonna have so many fucking rabbits. Seed Ship Brood Tender. Mill 3 cards. So this creature return target creature or spacecraft from the graveyard to the battlefield, activate only as a sorcery. Oh, alright. Neat. Galaxy Foil. Galaxy Foil Mountain, baby. Let's go. Let's go. What the hell is this? Eumidian Waste Waker. When a creature attacks you and defending player each discard a card or sacrifice a permanent. You draw a card for each land card put into a graveyard this way. We have Stomping Ground. A mountain forest, shockland. Not foil or nothing, but it is a mountain forest shockland, and we do like shocklands. So I'm gonna put it in the box because it's a shocklands. What do we got? Oh my god. Okay. We have another Blink Moth Nexus. Again, not a foil one on this one, but you know. What the hell is this? Legendary creature, Sliver Mutant, Sliver Overlord. Search your library for a Sliver card. Reveal that card, put it into your hand, then shuffle. 3 costs, gain control of target Sliver. 7/7 costs 1 of each. Dude, that's so cool. And it's foil also. Hell yeah, man. What a sick card. Dude, that's so cool looking. I love that card. I'm not a very big Slivers fan, but maybe that one will be one that I sell. Well, considering that entire box was so because that was being sold to me via the game chest at the Irvine Spectrum that my aunt is part of, and she sold me that collector booster box for $300. I think I made my money back, chat. Honored Knight Captain. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 white human creature token. Sacrifice this creature. Search for an equipment card, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle. Oh, hey, hell yeah. You got a little bit of, you got a tutor in there. Let's go. McCann Assembler. When another artifact you control enters, create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. Wow, that's good. Once per turn still, but yeah. There's another Virulent Silencer. Got a nice little foil Predator Mountain. Yippee, yippee. What is this? Alfariel Stone Chosen. Discard card at random. Whenever Alfariel attacks, discard card at random. If a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn, or a spell was warped this turn, defending player loses half their life, rounded up. Rounded up. Huh. I don't know if it's like really good or not, but it sounds good. Zarl, Genesis Shepherd. Flying, you may play lands from your graveyard. Whenever you sacrifice another non-token permanent during your turn, put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to Zera's power on up to one other target creature. Oh, it's the Precon Commander? He's pretty sick. Ooh. The Eternity Elevator. 5 cost, add 3 colorless land. Add X mana of any one color where X is the number of charge counters on the Eternity Elevator. Huh. Wouldn't that mean like 20 mana? That sounds really good. It sounds really good, actually. Putting that in the box, even if I don't know it's good or not. Endless Sands. Land, desert. Add colorless. Exile target creature you control. Sacrifice this land. Return each creature card exile with its land on the battlefield under its owner's control. Oh, that's pretty good. It's actually really good, actually. That actually sounds really good. Black blue foil shockland, baby. I love these cards so much. And you know what? I must say, chap, it feels really good coming off of the Final Fantasy stuff to have them do their own their own non-IP based set, just their own thing, and have it look and be this cool. You know? I remember way back when I was kind of like, Dead by Daylight, stop doing goddamn collabs because the killers you make are actually the sickest ones, but they kept on doing the collabs. And I mean, I know Magic's gonna keep doing collabs because they saw that Final Fantasy money, and you know they ain't stopping. But it's damn cool though. Oh, this is new. Wedge Light Rammer. When the spacecraft enters, create a 2/2 colors robot artifact creature. Station, flying, first strike. That's alright, I guess. Neat looking, though. Uthros Psionist? The second spell you cast each turn costs 2 less to cast. That's good. I mean, I know blue players and how they cast their spells. That seems good. Cut Propulsion. Target creature deals damage to itself equal to its power. If that creature has flying, it deals twice that much damage to itself instead. That's funny as fuck. Screw you, angels. No thank you. Fell Gravship. When the spacecraft enters, mill 3 cards, then return a creature or a spacecraft card from your graveyard to your hand. Flying and lifelink. Galaxy Plane, Galaxy Plane, Galaxy Plane, let's go. We have a contested war zone. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, that creature's controller gains control of this land. Add 1 mana. Funny land. Very funny land. Moonlit Meditation. Enchant creature or artifact you control. The first time you would create 1 or more tokens each turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of enchanted permanents. Huh. That's really good, actually. That's really good. Yeah, you like copy Soul Ring. Yeah. Holy, I'm putting that over here. I'm keeping that one. Exosuit Savior. Ooh, Blooming Stinger. When this creature enters, another target creature you control gains Death Touch until end of turn. Neat. Red Tiger Mechan again. Focus Fire again. Bombard. Bombard deals 4 damage to target creature. Love that. Nice, simple, easy. We have the Hyper Blade again. Cool. We have the Infiltrator person again. We have the Scrounge for Eternity again. We have another Sire Von Dam the Lucent. Ooh. Another Galaxy Forest. Yippee. Mutinous Massacre. Choose odd or even. Destroy the creature with mana value of the chosen quality. Then gain control of all creatures until end of turn. Untap them. They gain haste until end of turn. 0 is even. That is so funny. And I'm so mad it's a Rakdos and not a Boros. Because I would run this in my Go deck instantaneously. It is still very good, though. And I will be putting that to the side for myself. 7 mana is a lot, though. I think I got 2 really good cards, chat. We got High Market, a foil. Add colorless land, sacrifice a creature, you gain 1 life. I mean, that seems pretty good, not gonna lie. Really cool card, too. I don't know if this is good, but it's damn sick. I'll say that. I'm gonna box it regardless. And then I got Infinite Guideline Station. When Infinite Guideline Station enters, create a tapped 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token for each multicolored permanent you control. Flying, whenever Infinite Guideline Station attacks, draw a card for each multicolored permanent you control. All right. Maybe this isn't as good as I thought it was. It's cool, though. A Hull Carver. These remind me of the droids from Revenge of the Sith that, like, go on the Jedi Starfighters, and they start going, like, beep, and they start, like, drilling into the fucking thing. Scout for Survivors. Return up to 3 target creature cards with total mana value 3 or less from your graveyard on the battlefield. Put +1/+1 on each of them. It's actually pretty sick. Remnant Elemental. Whenever a land you control enters, this creature is +2 until the end of turn. Not bad. Symbic Might. It becomes tapped. Another target creature you control gets X into turn wherever X is this creature's power. That is very good. That is going in a deck. We got a mountain. We got a chic mountain. It's not Galaxy, but it's cool. Oh, we got another breeding pool. We got another foil breeding pool, chat. Let's go. Let's go. Hell yeah. It's not the borderless, but it's cool. We got another Baloth Prime. Ooh, this looks pretty. We got an Inventor's Fair. Legendary land. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more artifacts, you gain 1 life. Add mana. Sacrifice Inventor's Fair. Search your library for an artifact card reveal, put it in your hand, and then shuffle. Only activate if you control 3 or more artifacts. Nice. That's a very pretty card. And then we got Secluded Starforge. Add mana. Tap X untapped artifacts you control. Target creature gets +X/+O until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Create a 2/2 colors robot artifact creature token. That's pretty. Mecha Nozoa. Neat looking card. Drix Fatemaker. Target creature, each creature you control +1 on it has a trample. Oh, that's pretty good actually. Sammy's Curiosity. You gain 2 life. Create a lander token. What the hell, man? That's insane ramp. A 1 cost? For a lander and life? Holy, give me that. Ooh. Hissing Quagmire. Enters tapped, add black or green until end of turn. This land becomes a 2/2 black and green elemental creature with death touch. It's still a land. Neat. Very pretty land, too. Oh, shit. Apherial, the Stone Chosen, full art foil. This is that dude who deals half your life and discard a card at random. Wow. Very nice. That's pretty. Why is there a typo on it? Yeah, I just noticed that. Beyond the. What the hell, man? They have a few misprints in this set, sadly. Yeah. Kind of weird. They had a stutter. Is it just me, chat, or are you also all getting recommended a ton of clips from The King's Speech? I keep getting recommended clips from that film. It's a good movie, but like... Wait, what the hell is this? Tezzeret, Cruel Captain, emblem at the beginning of combat on your turn, but 3 +1/+1 counters. Yeah. Yeah, you too? The AI got a little confused. Yeah, dude, what the hell? It's all over my feed, The King's Speech. Cryologist. Oh, that's new. Larval Scoutlander. When this maybe a slight overheat on that one. Larval Scoutlander. When this spacecraft enters, you may sacrifice a land or lander. If you do, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them on your battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. That's pretty good. That's some good ramp right there. That's some good ramp. Survey Mechan, we already got one of those. Dawn Strike Vanguard. Tapestry Warden. We got a Galaxy Island, baby. Hell yes, sir. I love these lands. What is this? Terra Symbiosis. This feels weird. Whenever you put one or more +1/+1 counters on a creature you control, you may draw that many cards. Do this only once per turn. Holy shit. Per counter? I mean, it's once per turn, but per counter? That's wild. That's insane. That's such a good card. We got a Scouting Swarm. We got another one of those Lightfall Inquisitors. Let's go. Ooh. Bonder's Enclave. Galaxy Foil. Add land, draw a card. Activate only if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. Damn. I love these art sets. 3 mana just to draw a card if you control someone with 4 or more. That's pretty good. I feel like that is good. I'm gonna box it just in case. What is this? Exalted Sunborn. 5 white, flying lifelink. If 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, twice that many tokens are created instead. Warp. Oh my god, Warp 2? That's money. Box it? I don't know if I should. I kind of want to keep it. I kind of want to keep this for my Heir Apparent deck. Warp 2, exile that thing. It's like $100. Yeah, but like, I want to use the card, you know? Remember, chat, I buy Magic cards to play them, not to sell them. I sell what I don't want. And then regret it, because then I want to make a new deck that probably would be good with that card. Yeah, that's a Heir Apparent material. That, for 2 mana, that's a Heir Apparent card right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, Zookeeper. Add 1 red mana. Target creature you control gets +4 until end of turn. Okay, a 7 for a +4 is a little crazy, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. We have a Requiem Monolith. Until end of turn, target creature gains whenever this creature is dealt damage, you draw that many cards and lose that much life. That creature's controller may have this artifact deal 1 damage to it. Activate only as a sorcery. Huh. Interesting. Evendo Brush Razor. Whenever you sacrifice a non-token permanent, exile top card of your library during your turn. As long as you sacrifice a non-token permanent this turn, you may play cards exile with this creature. Sacrifice a land, add 2 mana. Huh. What's up, Slayer? That is a big number, dude. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thrumming Hive Pool. Affinity for slivers. Slivers you control have double strike and haste. At the beginning of your upkeep, create 2 1/1 colorless sliver tokens. Scavenger grounds. Add 1 mana, sacrifice a desert, exile all graveyards. Such a cool ass card. And then we got another Singularity Rupture. But it's foil this time, which is sick. Oh, this is new. Mouth of the Storm. Flying Ward 2. Whenever this creature enters, creatures your opponent controls get -3/0 until your next turn. That's rude, but hilarious. Thank you for that one. We got a nice Plains. Very cool. What was that? No, it's just regular foil. we got a foil Thrumming Hive Pool also. They want me to play slivers, chat. They really want me to play slivers. Mock Site Refinery. Cool. Oh, that's funny. We got another Shockland. Another goddamn Shockland. It's not foil, but it's still another Shockland. What is this? Needle Spires. This land enters tapped. Add anything Boros. Until end of turn, this land becomes a 2/1 red and white elemental creature with double strike. It's still a land. That is so sick. I am putting it in my Boros deck. Eulogy Acolyte. Lifelink. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Huh. Oh, Radiant Summit. Boros land enters tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands. Yes, please. Adding that to my Boros deck. Thank you. Ooh, Sammy, Wildcat Captain. 6 Boros. Double strike vigilance. Spells you cast have affinity for artifacts. Damn, that art's good. Also affinity for artifacts, huh? Wow. That is a good card. Oh, damn. I'll put that in the box just in case. Wandering Fumarole. This land enters tapped. Add Izzet stuff until end of turn. More planet lands. And then we got more seed. Wait. Sledge class seed ship. Whenever the spacecraft attacks you, you put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. Creature card from your hand onto the battlefield? In green? Keeping that one. Starfighter Pilot. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, surveil 1. It's kind of sick, actually. Oh, these are new cards. Melt Strider's Gear. Whenever this equipment enters, attaches to target creature you control. Equipped creature has +2/+1, and has reach. Okay. Lost in Space. Target artifact or creature's owner puts it on their choice of the top or bottom of their library. Bombard. Sky Stinger. Whenever this creature blocks a creature with flying, this creature gets +5/+0 until end of turn. All right. Oh, what is this? Extinguisher Battleship. When this spacecraft enters, destroy target non-creature permanent. Then this spacecraft deals 4 damage to each creature. Oh, God. So it's an 8-cost mini board wipe. And then it's a 10/10 flying with trample. That's cool as hell. Vernal Fen. This land enters tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands. Neat. Neat. Starwinder. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may draw that many cards. Alright. Big Whale. Shambling Vent again. Land enters tapped. Orzhov. Keeping that one because it's Orzhov. And then we got another Entropic Battlecruiser. But it's foil. Ooh. Token Incubator and Phyrexian. Fun. We got ourselves Mutinous Massacre. The odd or even one, but it's obviously, you know, not with the alt art. Got a Solar Array. Got another Entropic Battlecruiser. Got a Stirring Wildwood once again. And we got whatever this is. Burgeoning. Whenever an opponent plays a land, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Enchantment. That's pretty. Looks like it has an like a fake fold on the right. What is this? Is this green? Oh, it's green. One green is really cool. Blood box card? Yeah, I guess so, huh? All right, chat. Last box of collectors of the stream. A little bit of Prage, if you don't mind. Perhaps something Just a little bit, you know? Just a little bit. That's all I ask. A little bit of Prage. Command Bridge. This land enters tapped. When this land enters, sacrifice it unless you tap an untapped permanent you control. Add 1 mana of any color. Huh. That seems pretty good. It's kind of like Command Tower, I think. But, like, you need to tap something else. New card for multicolored decks, yeah. Cryogen Relic. When this artifact enters or leaves the battlefield, draw a card. Sacrifice the artifact, put a stun counter on up to 1 target creature. Interesting. Embrace Oblivion. As an additional cost to cast the spell, sacrifice an artifact or a creature, destroy target creature or spacecraft. I'm going to put that in the Orzhov deck. Lost in Space. Sammy's Curiosity. Seam Rip. Pulsar Squadron Ace. Molecular Modifier, Monoist Sentry. We did get a Galaxy Swamp, which is pretty cool. Astelli Reclaimer. Flying. When this creature enters, return target non-creature, non-land permanent card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X the amount of mana spent to cast this creature. Non-creature, non-land permanent. Non-creature, though. That would have been really cool for Heir Apparent, but it's non-creature. Maybe, though. Another Exploration Brood ship. Cool stuff there. Coral of the Void. Enchant creature you control. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, put target creature card from defending a player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control, tapped and attacking. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice this aura unless a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn or a spell was warped this turn. That's funny. That's so fucking funny. Eldrazi Temple. Add mana. Add 2 mana. Spend this mana only to cast colorless Eldrazi spells or activate the abilities of colorless Eldrazi. That is disgusting. Goes in the box. Lastly, Weft Walking. When this enchantment enters, if you cast it, shuffle your library and graveyard into your library. Shuffle your hand and graveyard into your library, then draw 7 cards. The first spell each player casts during each of their turns may be cast without paying its mana cost. What? That feels like it's a little too bad, because it's going to give all of my opponents the ability to cast it first before I get the opportunity to utilize its ability. Because it's the first spell during each of your turns, and by placing that enhancement down, it would therefore not be the first spell. That's a little stinky. Oh, some fun openings, chat. Let's take a look at the best cards we got from the Blood Box, shall we? Eldrazi Temple. Burgeoning. I put Sammy in there. We got a Watery Grave. We've got not 1, but 2 Thrumming Hive Pools. The Exalted Sunborn. Borders Enclave. Ethereal Stone Chosen. Inventor's Fair. A Breeding Pool. High Market. Watery Grave. The Eternity... we're just going to start putting things on top. The Eternity Elevator. Sliver Overlord. Stomping Ground. Another Breeding Pool, but it's fancier. Another Breeding Pool. You know what it be. Ancient Tomb. Raging Ravine. Sacred Foundry. Shambling Vent. Mana Confluence. Behemoth or Ink Moth Nexus. Starfield Vocalist. And another Blink Moth Nexus. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff, chat. For 2 full 2 full collector's booster boxes. I feel pretty good about that. I'm aware that Ancient Tomb is like sells for a lot of money, but I'm probably going to put it in my deck because it's just a really good deck.